Auction time. This is the 7B series auction. 7B01. This is a modern knife blade made of banded opaque obsidian, or what we call dacite. Not translucent except on the very edges. Okay. This one is 5 3/16, a little bit more. The widest part is 2 3/8. The tang is 15/16 inches wide by, I don't know, an inch at least. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, someone requested that I do a knife blade. So it's sharpened more down here than it is up here on the back. So the blade sharpened more. It's thinner and sharper than the back. But the back is not bad. I did grind it right here about halfway to the end of the tang. All right. After that, it's a little bit sharp, but it's not as sharp as the blade down here. I ground it back here and all the way around the tang. Okay, it's ground down. It's not heavily ground, but it's ground enough to remove the sharpness. And this is not really that pointy down here. Okay, see. All right, so it's been a while since I made one of these. I thought, yeah, it's a good idea. I left it a little bit thick right here on the tang, so it won't snap, in case you wanted to use it for something. All right. 7B02. This is a northern point from the far west. It's got a slight banding to it. It looks like a crack, but it's part of the obsidian. Yeah, otherwise it's pretty transparent. It's just got that one streak through it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. This one is almost 4 3/4. Almost. It's like, let's see, what is that? 12 16, 11 16ths? 4 11 16ths? Yeah. I finished this one up this morning. I was in a hurry all day. I did several things today, and the auction will be posted a little bit late, but oh well. Just give you a good look. This part right here got a little bit lumpy. I did sharpen it, right? But this is very crushy material, so I sharpened it the best I could. But it has little crushes in here, and there are areas where it's not sharp. Little spots that I didn't want to mess with because it kept getting crunchy. It looks like it's nice grade material, but it's not easy to work with. Yeah, it's not that easy. It's not like a triple flow because of the crushing. Yeah, it just crushes really easily. And you can kind of see that in the notches too. Although I tried not to crush the notches. Okay. This one is, I don't know, 1 3/8. I'm curious about the weight of these things. Yeah, let's see. .408 grains. Yeah, not grams, grains. Okay, all right. .7B03. This is an Angostura type. Or no, agate basin. Yeah, Angosturas, Texas. Is that good? It's got banding in it. It's a banded obsidian. It's not fully translucent or transparent, okay, except around the edges. It's very similar to the material of the first item as far as the workability. It's this different color, but it works about the same, and it's not fully translucent. Okay. That is something in the obsidian. It's not a crack. I just looked at that. I don't know what that is. Anyway, it's a agate basin. Almost 4 3/4. Which means, as far as agate basin goes, it's ground down here and on the base and on the sides, from about, I don't know, 40% down, sharpened. What I'm doing nowadays is I'm tending to go. Hold on, phone call. I'm tending to do kind of like a final pass on one side, flip it over, do the final pass there to sharpen it. That for me is the easiest way to do it. So you'll notice there's little flakes on this side and big flakes on the other side. Little flakes on this side, big flakes on that side. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to try to do it like a paleo type with every auction. So that's this auction's paleo. 7B04. This is like an Ishii style point. Although it's not a perfect replica because his notches go up, sweep up more than this. But this is the translucent or transparent stuff. It's very similar to that one, to the northern. But yeah, this is Ishii style, kind of, sort of. That's where I got the inspiration for this one. Okay, it is fully transparent. But it's kind of smoky. Come on. All right, did I measure it? 3 3/16. Almost 3 1/4, I guess. Again, what I do is, for the final pass, what I'm doing is little flakes here, and you'll see bigger flakes on the other side. Little flakes on that side and bigger flakes on this side. Okay? So it's like asymmetric sharpening. I find that produces a really good sharp edge. And it's faster for me. Okay? It's not that easy to work this stuff because it can remind you of hard candy sometimes. It'll nap well, but then it wants to be tough, and it won't respond to any reasonable force. So you have to really drive some heavy force into it, and then other times it's very easy to, like when you pressure flake it, it's fairly easy. You just got to try not to crush the edges. Yeah. All right. 7B05. This one is a Humboldt, but I ran out of time. I didn't do perfect sequential flaking on this one. Like I was hoping maybe I could get some good sequential flaking. It's not that high of a grade of obsidian. It's got that bubbly. It's like a triple flow, but it's kind of bubbly and it's kind of brittle. And I don't think it has very little red in it down here at the bottom. Very little. I don't even know if it does. Yeah, just a little spot. Come on. See that little spot? That's it. So it's a Humboldt. I copied it from the Overstreet guide as far as the shape. Let's see. 3 1/2. There's different shapes to the Humboldts, and I forget what they call this shape, where it's a slight constriction here and a deep concavity in the base. It is sharpened all the way around. I did not grind it down here on the stem or anywhere. Okay. I tried to eliminate all the step fractures. And you can see it's got bubbles in it. It's not a bad material, but it's not that easy to nap. Yeah, the easiest one to nap on this one in this auction was this piece here, this buttery gray. Yeah. Okay, I measured it, right? Yeah, almost 3.5. Okay. $7B06. This is a video point. Yeah, this was the, I don't know, rock the point, the last rock the point that I did. So it's all on video. Okay. I don't know if I measured it on video. It's almost 3 inches. And the width is almost 1.75 inches. Okay. It is sharp. This stuff sharpens up fairly easily. This buttery stuff. But it's kind of translucent as well. See that? This is a combination of the banded obsidian and the buttery obsidian. It's like an in-betweener. Yeah, it's interesting stuff. It looks black when you look at it like that, but it's actually translucent. Okay, not much more to say. It's on video. 7B08. This is also a video point, so I won't say too much about it. Yeah. Whatever problem I had with this on video, you'll see it on video. It's the Pink Lady type obsidian. All right, it's not smoky. When the light hits it in a certain way, it is smoky, right? But when the light hits it in a certain way, see, it's kind of transparent. It'll turn pink. But this doesn't have a really striking effect, so you can just barely kind of see it sometimes. It's just barely. You can see some of that iridescence. It looks a little bit pink. But anyway, I would consider that just a translucent obsidian with very little, Pink Lady effect, so to speak. Okay, yeah, it's on video if you want to see that one. 7B09. This one is a doodle I did last week just to try to get used to this material. It's not that easy to nap a small point out of it. I suppose this matches some sort of California type. I suppose. If it doesn't, well. It's got slight banding in it. It's an arrow point. 2 1/8. A little bit more than 2 1/8. Okay. Yeah, I consider that a doodle because I didn't copy anything off any books or anything. I didn't copy a photo or anything like that either. I just thought, I think this style looks kind of familiar, but I don't know. Okay. 7B10. This one is part of a project that I'm working on. Right. This was the first string I made. It's backstrap sinew. I think it's elk backstrap sinew. Anyway, this got loose here, but I coated it with Type Bond 3 glue to keep it waterproof. But this is not thick enough for the bowstring that I was thinking of sending off to a friend of mine. It's 70 inches, 70 inches long. Okay, the diameter is fairly consistent at about 3/32, a little bit less than 1/8 of an inch. And if you were going to use it for a bow, I would suggest nothing more than 35 pounds, like a kid's bow, if that's what you want to use it for. But yeah, it could be used for whatever. Yeah. I'll be putting more of these in the auction. These, and they'll be actual bowstrings that I'll test them before I send them out. I didn't test this or anything. This was just the first run. This is the prototype. And after the first one's always the hardest. When it dries, it really shrinks down in diameter, but it stretches in length, but it shrinks down in diameter. So I underestimated it. Yeah. You got to try to overestimate when you're making the string. That way it'll come out nice. All right. Let's see what's next here. 7B11. This is a box of flakes, thin flat flakes of various grades and various types of obsidian that I've been napping over the past few weeks. All right, I think this is the largest piece in here. So 3 3/4 by about 3, and you won't be able to, I don't think, use the whole thing. So that's the most common size in here. It's probably about this size, 2.5 by 1.5 inches. Okay, and these are all on the higher grade side of the obsidians I've been napping. I did not include anything that was hard to nap. Okay, these are all relatively flat flakes removed from bifaces. Okay, and it's, like I said, various types. Some of this stuff is translucent, some of it isn't. Some of it is that in-betweener stuff where if it gets thin enough, you can see the translucency, but it looks like buttery stuff when you don't have a light behind it. Okay, some of it is mahogany. Some of it is like a triple flow. See how that is triple flow went? There it is. This is triple flow. If you can see, yeah, most of this red stuff looks like mahogany obsidian, but you'll see when you shine a light behind it, that's a triple flow. Okay? There it is. So it's a little bit higher grade than a regular triple flow. I mean, regular mahogany obsidian. Okay? A little bit higher grade than regular mahogany, so it won't snap in half as much as regular mahogany. Ooh, that's not good. I was thinking maybe that light would be good. No. So anyway, it's just a small flat rate priority box full of these types of flakes. Okay, it's got some banded stuff. It's got the triple flow. It's got the smoky. Yeah, different banded, but you know, they're thin flakes. Stuff that you would only nap around the edges or whatever. There's a smoky one. I tried to pick out the highest grade and the flattest pieces that I had. This one's got bands in it. Right. So that's pretty much what I have as a variety. There might be a couple pieces of Pink Lady in here, but I doubt it. I think I stashed all those somewhere else, and I don't know where I stashed those. Besides, I only had little bits because I had little chunks of that Pink Lady obsidian. Yeah, this is all like small flakes, relatively small flakes of triple flow. Now this one is not a triple flow. See that? But it looks just like a triple flow. But it's not. This is the regular mahogany obsidian. It's semi-translucent. Okay. Yeah. All right, so that's what this box is. And yeah, it's pretty full. What I do is when I have a box of flakes like this, I make sure it's full so they don't rattle around too much. And I put it in a different box. It's not going to be in this flat rate box when I ship it. It's going to be in a tougher box than this with a priority bubble envelope around it. And I try to make sure there's a lot of padding inside that. bubble envelope if I think it needs it. This is, you know, almost 3 pounds worth of those types of flakes. Okay. The boxes, the flat rate party boxes, they range in weights depending on the material and how chunky it is. 7B12. This is a box of what I call trimmed flakes. So these are flakes, but they're trimmed to eliminate the weak areas and any defects and any cortex. Okay, but they're not bifaces. They're just trimmed. And most of this stuff is not translucent, although there is a big piece of triple flow in here. Yeah, this is again on the high grade side of obsidian. All of these pieces, 4-inch piece of triple flow. It's on the high grade side of triple flow. Okay, it doesn't. I don't think it has many bubbles in it, but it does have some streaks. Yeah, high grade triple flow. I was going to use it, and this is kind of like a biface, but I said, no, I'll let it go. It's some of my favorite stuff, but I'll let it go. I needed to send, I'm not going to be able to nap it all anyway. So most of this is opaque obsidian, although there's another piece that's kind of like triple flow, yeah. These are trimmed flakes. There we go. There's some nice patterning in that. Although some of these get close to looking like bifaces, these are just trimmed flakes, what I call trimmed flakes. This is smoky. All right, most of these are in this category here, where they're less than 3 inches. Okay, but there are some that are more than 3 inches. Yeah, let's see what this one is. A little bit over 3 inches. So just be aware. There's all kinds of stuff in here. Well, not all kinds, but just what I've been napping lately. And I think you'll find most of this stuff to be high grade. Some of it might be, like this one here, I think this might be crushy on the edges. Yeah, that one might be. Yeah, most of the stuff is from the Ellen Cole gift box. Yeah. Not all of it. Most of it. Yeah, it's that opaque stuff. I do like this obsidian a lot, but I'm letting this go because I don't want my stash of obsidian to get too large. I've got a bunch of flakes. Yeah. I'm going to try to clean out all my stuff this week and sort and prioritize all my obsidian. So see how long it's going to take me to wrap up my obsidian kick. Yeah. All right. I'm on an obsidian spree with the videos. 7B07. Last but not least, this is wrong though. I'm out of order. Okay. That's so weird. I didn't even notice I had missed it, and I wasn't even paying attention. So I guess 7B07 is going to be out of order. All right. Box of bifaces, and there's a couple brooks in here. Okay, here we go. This one is smoky. Yeah. 4 1/4. Yeah. Excellent stuff. This is high grade stuff. All this stuff is on the higher side of the grades of obsidian. Yeah. There's no low grade obsidian in this box, as far as I can tell. All right, it's all higher grade stuff. It's all kind of bifaced. This one is a triple flow. 3.5 by 2 3/4. Now this one I napped this morning and it was all crunchy down here. So there might still be remnants of the crunchy spots from the natural stone itself. It had a cortex on this side. When I spalled it, there was still a bunch of cortex on this side. And I napped it off and it was very cracked. I think that's the last remnant of any cracking right here. So it shouldn't go any deeper than 1/8 of an inch or so. All right, so all of these pieces are either bifaced on video or I broke sometime in the last 3 weeks. Okay, and there's some triple flow. There's lots of triple flow actually. Yeah. One of you guys was saying that you want some triple flow. Well, now's your chance. Various sizes. I think this is one of the smallest bifaces in here. So the ranges from like 2 3/8 all the way up to this size here, 3 1/2. I think this is the longest one. Yeah, 4 1/4. This is the longest one in here. I was going to make a Stockton out of this one, but I ran out of time. This one is not the high grade stuff. This is the bubbly, low grade stuff. Okay, so yeah, be aware. I just included it in here because it had nice patterning. Yeah, but this is kind of crunchy. All right, and it has inconsistencies in it. So sometimes it'll nap really easy and sometimes it won't. So this piece, I would say, is lower than mid-grade. That one. Everything else should be higher grade stuff. As far as I remember, I just shoved a bunch of bifaces in here. Yeah, this is high grade stuff here. I can tell when it's that transparent. I like napping it. Yeah, this one I think I broke this one on camera not long ago, like last night or night before. Yeah, I broke that. This is the one I broke on camera. Triple flow. Lots of triple flow in here. And the sources for this stuff, various people. Like 3 different people sent me obsidian. It's all kind of mixed together. This is a high grade. I think it's the same stuff as this. Come from the same nodule. I think at least, maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, they feel the same. They're probably not the same. Look at that. Nice. This one is opaque. So some of these are more refined bifaces than others. Some of these are just kind of clunky little bifaces. This one's a little bit over 2 inches. Maybe that's the smallest one in here. Anyway. And this is the Pink Lady stuff. Yeah. But it doesn't show much of the Pink Lady effect. I have other Pink Lady obsidian that shows it quite well. This is just the lower grade type, but it naps well. It just doesn't nap all that well. So these 2 pieces are the lower grade obsidian. Everything else should nap. Maybe this piece too, because it has that kind of a Pink Lady sheen to it. But it's tough. This is a lower grade because it's really tough. This is a lower grade because it's really crunchy. And this is a lower grade because it's inconsistent. You never know what it's going to do. Okay, so just these 3 pieces are the lower grade. Everything else is high grade as far as I know, as far as I can tell. Okay. All right. All right. Rules. Okay, these are just a short version of the rules. I'm using these little note cards. Okay. There will be an auction here every Monday. I will post the auction video at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Okay, I'll try to get it posted at 4 p.m. Sometimes I might be late. And it will end at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Every time. That I won't be late on. Okay. You bid in the comment section. If you're not able to post a comment, you will not be able to participate in the auction. You bid under 1 or more of my pre-populated comments. Please include the item number if you're not sure you placed your bid in the correct place. Okay? kind of self-explanatory. Try not to bid at the last minute. I'm using YouTube's time tracker and it's not always accurate. Okay, just fair warning. Okay, I reserve the right to call the winner as I see fit in any case, right? Okay, so there's been issues where it's been very close and people have been bidding at the last minute, and sometimes YouTube says you're late, even though you and I both know you're on time, but I got to use a time tracker that everybody sees. So that's why I use YouTube's time tracker. All right? Okay. Look at my previous auctions to see how they work. If you have questions, you can email me or post your questions in the comments section. So my email is jackcrafty2@gmail.com. All right. There is a description of the auction in the description box. I also post this short video clip every time in case you don't like reading. Yeah. There will be a hard close of the auction at 9 p.m. Eastern time. It depends on your time zone, though. It ends at 8 if you're on Central Time, 7 if you're on Mountain Time, and 6 if you're on Pacific Time. Make sure you account for your time zone. Okay? All right. I will begin announcing winners 1 minute after the top of the hour. It may take me up to 45 minutes to announce all the winners, though. Okay, so give me some time to announce all the winners. I will start at 1 minute after the top of the hour because I refresh the comment section to make sure I see everyone's comment and I know what time they bid. Okay. I will hit the heart button if you win. This is the only notification you will receive. There is no private messaging in YouTube. And I will not hunt you down on Facebook or anything like that to announce that you are the winner. I will put a heart on the winning bid. I will heart it or love it or whatever it's called. Okay? All right. As a last resort, I can bid for you if you contact me before the auction ends. However, I will not bid for you closer than 5 minutes prior to closing. Okay? So keep that in mind. Again, my email is jackcrafty2@gmail.com. You can email me if you're having trouble. You can bid as many times as you like. I will only charge you the amount that beats the next highest bidder. This helps to prevent sniping. Okay, so if you're not sure what that means, just look at previous auctions. You'll see that some guys bid a lot toward the end of the auction. They start putting in bids at the last minute just so someone won't snipe them for like $2. You know what sniping is, right? If you don't, then I don't know what to tell you. Let's see. Did I skip one? No. I will hit the like button if and when I see your bid. It may take me a while, but as the time approaches the closing, I check more frequently. Okay, so this is how you know that I'm seeing your bids or comments. I will hit the like button. Okay, this is very important, especially if you're new. If you suspect that your comments or bids are not being seen, try asking if I see your comments bids. You ask in the comment section. If I don't respond, I can't see your comments or bids. All right, pretty obvious. So if I can't see your comments or bids, you got to try something else, like restart your phone or use someone else's phone or get on your computer to try to bid, or send me an email. Figure out what's going on, because it's usually on your end, right? Yeah. So just try different methods to try to get your comments visible. Shipping is free in the US. International shipping is discounted but not free. Okay? Free in the US, but international shipping is not free. It's $10 extra for a light package, 1 pound or less, and $20 extra if it's heavier than that. Okay? So your international shipping is discounted, but it's not free. Shipping is free in the US. I ship all items through the US Post Office. I will always provide tracking numbers. I will issue refunds if requested. Oh, yes. If you are the winner and you're new, you'll need to email me your name, your address, and preferred method of payment. Or you can ask me what I prefer. I usually prefer PayPal, but I have different payment methods. that I use. I accept Venmo, Cash App, PayPal.me, Zelle. Okay, just we'll arrange this in the emails. Okay. Okay, that's it for the cheat notes. Good luck, everybody.